Hello, my friends. It is Tuesday afternoon, about 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So nice to be hopping on. It is snowy out there today, and I find it very odd. It's only November the 12th, and we have a bunch of snow on the ground. You would look out the window and think that it's January, but I heard Markham, Ontario is not the only one undergoing strange snowy conditions, even though it seems early in mid-November. I hear that the snow is kind of going a bit everywhere. So I hope that is not a sign that we're going to have a super long winter. I'm hoping it's just a strange little blip. Although who knows what'll happen with this weather. The reason I worry about it, it's not that it bothers me too much. I don't have to work outdoors or anything. I'm happy to just work in my craft cave, and it doesn't matter what's going on out there. But I always have my big stamp camp in January, on January the 18th, and I'm thinking if there's all this snow now, what's it going to be like in January? But anyway, speaking of the stamp camp, there's only about 4 or 5 spots left, I believe, for the January 18th stamp camp. It's a really nice time where everybody gets to make 10 different cards using new product from the catalog. The new occasions catalog will be coming out in January, as well as the big celebration. So if you want to get a sampling of all the cards and get of the product and see things in action, there's stamping demonstrations, there's lunch, there's tons of visual inspiration. So Stamp Camp is the place to be, January the 18th. Let me know if you're interested in signing up. Hi Diane, you're getting lots of snow in Innisfil. Yes, it's so weird. I just keep thinking, oh my gosh, it's only November. But anyway, I am cozy warm in here. I've got my sweater on, and I'm just gonna stay warm and stay in the craft cave. I actually spent this morning making thank you cards. Let me see whether I can show you one of them here. So I made a whole stack here. You can kind of see it's a big stack that I made this morning, but it still wasn't enough. I needed to kind of make a few more. I grabbed some old card kits. Hi, Donna. I was just saying that I was so proud of myself. I made all these thank you cards this morning. So those of you that order from me, you know, as much as possible, if you place an order with me, I pretty much always make sure to send a thank you card. I just feel like it's something that I like to do and I want to do to thank you for orders. So oh dear, I got a text here. Okay, so I need to always be keeping in stock thank you cards or cards so that I can mail out to thank people for their orders. Hi, Jewel. Hi, Lindsay. Oh, Tracy hopped on. Tracy, you won from last week's drawing for the comments. You were the winner. So make sure to message me your address and I'll get your little prize off to you. Okay, so yeah, those of you who have ordered know that I always like to send a thank you card in the mail. I feel that I personally keep Canada Post in business. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel that way with the amount of cards that I stick into that red mailbox every week. But I love doing it. So that's one of the perks of ordering from me. So anytime you shop with me, I do like to give a little thank you card in the mail. And I usually don't even write in the card so that you can reuse it. I usually have little post-it notes and just say thanks for your order, and then you get the card in the mail and you can kind of get rid of the post-it note and reuse the card. So I'm hoping that anybody who orders from me, when you get that card, you know that that card is a gift to you to thank you for your order and your support. It's kind of funny. One of my friends didn't know why I put the post-it note in there. She wasn't a crafter or a stamper or anything. So she actually thought that like the card was such a work of art that I didn't want to deface it by writing on it. So, and I was like, no, it's so you can reuse the card. It's supposed to be a gift. So in case any of you had that mindset that if you've ever received a thank you card from me, excuse me, for your order or anything, I put the post-it note in there so that you can reuse the card, not because I think it's such a work of art it can't be written on. The card should be reused. You can send it to someone else, bless someone else's life with it. So anyway, that's what I did this morning. Couple of announcements and then we'll get into the stamping. I love seeing all of you guys on. Meredith is on too. Hi there. Okay, so, and Tracy, yes, won last time. So those of you just joining in, it's a tradition, Tuesday at 2 Eastern Standard Time. I like to hop on and share some stamping. And I love seeing your comments. I love interacting with you. So don't be shy with the likes or the commenting so that I know that you're following along. Anybody who comments will be entered into a drawing for a little prize. I'm actually raffling off markers right now. So well, Tracy, that's what I'll send you in the mail. And then I have another one to mail out this week. So don't be shy. Let me know you're watching and go ahead and comment. Okay, a few announcements. Let me get my announcement pile over here. Okay, first announcement is don't forget my monthly Sweet and Simple class is on the last Wednesday of every month. So I believe in November that works out to Wednesday, November the 27th. It'll be a nice evening out. We're going to make 4 Christmas cards, and you get to make a bonus card if you bring a new friend. Our class is in Markham, Ontario. So if you're local and can drive to come and visit, that would be wonderful. You'll have a nice night out, and I'm going to make a little treat for everybody as well, just to celebrate the season, because November 27th will be well into the holiday season then. Okay, also, I think this was a last-minute addition to my calendar, and I forgot to talk about it. The Everything Festive stamp set is one that I loved, and I bought it right away when the holiday catalog came out because I thought the sayings were so versatile, although they're backwards for you. Sorry about that. Let me see whether I can switch it around. Oh, I'm afraid to touch anything. Okay, so this Everything Festive stamp set. So I decided to do a class with it. So all you have to do to sign up for this class is let me know you'd like to join in. Even if you're long distance, you can still take this class because you can pick up the pieces from me. I email the photographs out and any tips and instructions. And then, but if you need it shipped, I think it's like $6 or something like that for me to ship the make and takes to you. But the best part about this class is it's only $46. You get to make 8 cards, and every single person will receive this stamp set as well. So it's an amazing value because you get a stamp set as a part of your class. If you already have the Everything Festive stamp set, no worries. Just substitute. You let me know you want to pick a different stamp set. So when I give you the make and takes, you will have a different stamp set, but to make the cards you will need this stamp set. Okay, so I thought it's the perfect time of year, end of November, to do a few last minute Christmas cards, but it's also a good time to get ready for Valentine's Day and make a New Year's card. So that's what we're going to do with the Everything is Festive class. So you need to register by this week if you're interested in coming or you're interested in the Take It To Go kit. And I actually happen to have a few extra of the advent calendars. So anyone who is interested in doing this, it's $55. You can also come out on November the 27th and do this class as well. Yes, Meredith, the Everything Festive stamp set is in the Christmas catalog. Okay, so I'm going to actually have 3 classes running on November the 27th. You can pick 1, 2, or all 3 of them. You can do the Advent Calendar. You can do the Everything is Festive, Stamp-A-Stack, and you can do the Sweet and Simple class. So don't worry, we've got lots of space at the church I rent. You just need to let me know you're coming so I will prepare everything. Last announcement before I get to the stamping. I'm going to try and get these in the mail by the beginning of December, around the beginning of December with your Christmas cards. Customer appreciation event. Here, I will see what I can do about flipping it over so you can kind of see things in the right direction. Does that work? And then it won't look backwards. There we go. Okay, so now you can see the stamp set with the words in the right way so that your eyes don't go wonky. So that's that class. But just to remind you, my annual customer appreciation event is back. Okay, so it is on this year, Sunday, December the 29th. Sunday, December the 29th. Don't be concerned about the long time frame. The event does not, you don't have to stay the whole time. It is kind of drop-in style. So, but you do have to RSVP because we are going to be stamping with the new occasions catalog. So as you can see, we're still in the thick of the holiday catalog, but I'm already starting to plan all the fun things that are going to come with the spring catalog. So this event is like a, just a special post-holiday event. Anybody who has shopped with me in the past year is eligible to come for absolutely free. There'll be a gift for you, make and take, some yummy eats and treats, and of course raffle prizes. Don't worry if you're long distance. If you shopped with me and you live more than 90 minutes away, you can still sort of RSVP on my Eventbrite site, and I will mail you the completed make and takes. It's just my way of saying thank you so much to all of you that support me in my business. And yeah, just so nice to have you be a part of supporting my small business, and I love my Stampin' Up! Journey, and it would just not be the same without you guys. So we're going to have a little party on December the 29th. So those of you on my newsletter list will have gotten the link to register because I sent out an email yesterday. Okay, if you're not on my newsletter list, you need to join. Just let me know you want to be on it, and I will make sure to get you on my newsletter list so you don't miss a thing. Okay, so I think those are the announcements. We're going to get to the stamping. So for those of you that are just dropping in and haven't watched before, every Tuesday at 2, I like to do a stamping demonstration, and each month is a different product of the month. So this month's product of the month is actually not just one product, it's a whole suite. The Christmastime is Here suite. So why don't I flip the camera over and we can talk about that suite and do some stamping. Yes, Lindsay, I did receive your RSVP, so that's perfect. Now I do have to switch this camera thing around because otherwise I think the stamping will be messed up. Okay, so hopefully we're back onto normal things. Maybe I should hold something else. Hold something up to make sure I've got the camera. Okay, yes. Okay, perfect. Let me just flip this around and we'll do some stamping and share the product of the month. Don't be shy. You guys can tell me how you guys are doing this cold weather day. Okay, here we go. Sorry, this is the worst part, flipping this thing over here. Okay. There we go. Can you guys see that okay? Hopefully you guys can see everything. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Hopefully that works. You guys okay? Still there? I didn't lose anybody? Don't be shy to comment and let me know you're there, because anybody who comments will be entered into a drawing for a Stampin' Right marker. Okay, so this is the product of the month. As I said, it's not just one product. It is the whole suite, and hopefully a month is enough time for me to showcase this suite. The Christmastime is Here suite includes a number of products. One of them is the Christmas Rose stamp set. Those of you who watched last week got to see that stamp set in action, and we made this card. Okay, and then as well, there is a set of dies, 7 dies that kind of coordinate with the suite. It's got some nice label dies, a lattice, some decorative edging, and a big die that actually fits and coordinates with that stamp set there. Okay, so those are the dies. As well, this suite includes some gorgeous ribbon. So here's a sampling of the ribbon. It's a gold it's almost like a shimmery. Oh yeah, that's what it's called, shimmer ribbon. So it's like a gold shimmer ribbon. Okay, hopefully you can see that there. And then as well, another part of the suite are these gorgeous faceted candy dots. Okay, they're like glitter enamel dots. Okay, so these are all part of the suite. You can buy everything at a bundle price where you save 10%. No, Meredith, this suite is not in the Christmas catalog. It is an out-of-publication product that has just been released, and that's a good point. It is limited time, so it is only in November while supplies last. Only in November while supplies last. So Don't wait to get it, because if it sells out, it won't be available anymore. But they tried to, I think, get enough stock for all of us in November. But it's hard to know. Okay, and then, of course, this Christmas Time is Sweet here includes some gorgeous DSP. Gorgeous. Oh, is the weather in Newfoundland really bad? Snow, yes. Now changed to freezing rain. Oh, no. Is everyone, like, trapped at home? Sorry to hear that. I'm hoping to get out and meet some girlfriends for dinner tonight, so hopefully the roads are okay. Okay, so this specialty paper actually has gold foil accents right inside. Okay, I'll hold up this one. It's all cut up, you'll see, because I'm going to use it later today. But the DSP has some gold accents. That is a great question, Meredith. I should look that up for you. I will post it. I'll message you. Prices, I don't keep track of all that. If I like it, I buy it. I know, it's hard. But there is a bundle price for the whole thing. There's also a bundle price for just the stamp set and dies. So you can get a bundle price for this, and then you can get a bundle price for the whole thing. That includes the paper, the dots, the ribbon, and I think the final item in this suite that I didn't show you is this bracelet. Okay, so the bracelet is kind of fun. It's even got the rose on it that coordinates with the suite, and it's got a little Stampin' Up! Charm as well. Okay, and it comes in the nice box that coordinates with the paper. So today I am mostly going to showcase the paper because I think the paper is the star of the show. It's one of the stars of the show. I guess everything's kind of a star in its own way. But, you know, even if you're not able to buy the whole suite, my favorite is the paper. I just love, love, love the paper. Okay, it is super beautiful, Meredith. Okay, so let's get started. And just a reminder that all orders in November using this host code right here, you just go to my store, genevieve.stampinup.net. So Meredith, if you want to know the price, just head to my store, genevieve.stampinup.net, click the Shop Now button, and there's actually a category you can click that has that whole suite. Now, when you use this host code, you will receive a gift. You will receive 12 days of Christmas crafting tutorials. So you'll actually receive 12 tutorials, and each one will showcase a different project with instructions. And when your order is $50 or more, you will also get a package of rhinestones mailed from me to you as a thank you for your order. Okay, so this host code is open until November the 27th. And I just like to thank those of you who place online orders with a little gift. So any size order on my online store will get you a 12 Days of Christmas Crafting tutorial series. And then as well, if your order is $50 or more, you'll get these gorgeous rhinestones to bling up your projects. Because who doesn't need more rhinestones? Everybody needs more rhinestones. We women love to bling things up. Okay, so let's dive into the project today, which will be showcasing the beautiful paper from the Christmas Time is Here suite. Maybe I should tell you the exact name of this paper. If I had my glasses. Oh, it's called the Christmas Time is Here Specialty Designer Series paper. Okay, not too rocket science there. Okay, so I'm using our new trimmer, which is now available for purchase. Anybody can purchase it. It's fantastic. I've used it many times. And I'm going to use this design here, but you could actually, the card that I'm going to make, you can actually do with any designer series paper from Stampin' Up! Because most of our paper is double-sided. And those of you that are in pain, if you're like me, sometimes you're in pain having to cover up one beautiful side so that you can use another beautiful side. This card is going to showcase both sides. So I'm taking the 12 by 12 designer series paper. I'm cutting it at 4 1/4. Okay, so 4 1/4 inches, and then I am going to score one end at 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch. So this trimmer is great because there's actually some measurements on the right of the blade and measurements on the left of the blade. So I'm just going to use the one on the right. So I've lined up the edge here with the 1 inch mark, and this tool has a cutting blade. The dark one is the cutting blade. The light one is the scoring blade. So we're just going to do a little score mark there, and then we can fold this up okay, so that you can see the other beautiful side of the paper too. And then now with it folded up, we're going to score at 5.5 inches. Okay, so this is basically, here we go, 5.5 inches, and we'll fold it. Okay, so we are actually using the Designer Series paper to create the card. And I should give credit here. This idea, this came from Meg Lovin, a demonstrator in the States. Meg's son, Tucker, and my son, Nathaniel, are actually good buddies. If they both happen to go on the incentive trip, they love to hang out together. So unfortunately, Nathaniel's not going to the incentive trip in Maui, so I think Tucker's a bit bummed out. But anyway, Meg and I love to share stamping ideas, so she shared this idea with our team, actually. I think our team has already seen it. So this will be like a regular size card. Now what I'm going to do is, it's a little flimsy to kind of stand up as a card, so I am going to cut just a little insert to put on the inside. I'm going to cut it at 4 inches by 5.25 inches. So let's do that as well. Okay. I really have this intense urge right now to run and get my glasses. I am having trouble reading the comments, but just because I'm having trouble reading the comments doesn't mean you shouldn't comment. Go ahead and comment. I'm sorry that my eyes are kind of getting worse as the days go on. Okay, but I know it's all part of aging, and it is a blessing to get older. It means I've celebrated another year. So, okay, so this will be on the inside. I'll just use my snail adhesive to glue that down. And it just gives the card a little more kind of sturdiness to it. But isn't it great how the Designer Series paper, that you've got both sides? Oh, okay. I'm a little bit off center. Let me see if I can fix that up here. But the Designer Series paper gets to be seen. Both sides get to be seen, which is fantastic. Okay, so this will be our card base. And then what we'll do next to kind of keep this flat folded down a bit is I'm just going to apply a little bit of adhesive down here. Okay, so that'll be the front of our card. And what I'll do next is I'll take my die cutting tool. So I know some of you are eagerly anticipating to see what Stampin' Up! Will come out with for their die cutting machine. I am waiting too. I can't wait. Whenever it comes, we will be waiting. Okay, so let's see. Let me get some of the Designer Series paper. And then what I am going to do, the reason why my paper has all been cut is because I've been cutting out these big flowers in the Designer Series paper because they actually match with the die. And so what I'm just going to do, I'm just using my paper snips here. I'm sure there's other ways to do this, but I'm just going to use my paper snips and kind of get the piece that I need. We'll move this out of the way. And then I am going to use the coordinating die. So the die works for the stamp, but it also works for this design in the paper, which is fantastic. So this is almost a no stamping card. We are going to do a little stamping, but that's actually one of the hallmark or trademark things about Stampin' Up! That we love. And what helps make the product so popular is that everything coordinates. The colors coordinate, the dies coordinate with the paper coordinates with the stamp set. So you just have to kind of do a little turning here and there to try and make sure that you've got the die lined up with the paper. Okay, and then we'll put this on top and we'll roll it out. Okay, so it will make a little creaking noise. I'm not alarmed by that. Okay, so the die actually has a blade in it, and we'll just pop that out just like that. So here we go. We've got a beautiful, beautiful sort of focus piece for our card, and I didn't have to stamp a thing. It's got the beautiful gold elements inside, and there's no reason. I mean, this does kind of look Christmassy because of the pine cones and everything, but the stamp set with the rose I mean, there's so many, you could use it for a wedding, I'm sure, all different kinds of things. If you're just joining in, don't be shy. Let me know you're there because all comments will be entered into a drawing. And if you missed the beginning part, any shopping that happens this month using this host code will also receive my 12 days of Christmas crafting tutorials. So you'll be all set for your Christmas projects because you'll get tutorials on gift card holders, you'll get tutorials on treat boxes, of course cards. So 12 different tutorials when you shop online with me this month. Okay, so here is our beautiful, and you know, there's all different ways we could put it. We could put it this way. I don't know which way I like. Maybe I'll go this way. And we'll put it on our card there. Okay. Maybe something like that. Okay, and then we'll dress it up a little more by putting some ribbon on it. Where's my ribbon? Our shimmer gold ribbon. So I'm just going to wrap this around here at the bottom. Okay, and we'll slice this off. Hopefully, I like to cut it a little longer than I need because then I feel like it's a little easier to tie the knot in the bow. There's nothing worse than feeling like you don't have enough ends to tie. And then if one of you were here, you'd hold this middle part for me, and then I could tie a nice knot. But in the meantime, my finger will have to do. Let's see if I can get it nice and tight here. I love this ribbon because it actually sits very nicely. Okay, there we go. And I'll just trim the ends here. Okay. So already we could just actually be satisfied with this card. A no stamping card that showcases the designer series paper. You've got a nice inside there to write your message, but we could put a little sentiment here as well, no harm. So let's get some of my Whisper white paper and we'll trim probably 3/4 of an inch. Let's try that. Okay, so I think just a little sentiment would be great because then we'll do a little stamping and it won't be a completely no stamping card. So we'll cut it at 3/4 of an inch. And then, I hope that's big enough. Did I get 3/4? I think I did half. Sorry. Let's see if we can get it again. Okay, 3/4 of an inch. That looks a little better. Oh no, maybe it's the same. Okay, let's see if that works for us. And we'll go 2.5 inches across. Okay, what I like about this trimmer is that there's actually a little notch here at the top so that this piece doesn't go flying around all over the place. It almost kind of locks into place and it doesn't flap around, which is nice. Okay, so I am using the sentiment here from the Christmas Rose stamp set, and I'm using the one that says, "Wishing you the gifts of the season, peace and joy." So hopefully I cut my paper large enough. And speaking of coordinating colors with Stampin' Up, I'm going to use the Cherry Cobbler, which I believe, I didn't actually check, but I believe that is the color in the designer series paper. I just juiced up I just added some re-inker on here, so I don't know whether it'll be too goopy, but let's see. And we'll stamp that right there and hope to be straight. Even after all these years of stamping, who knows if I'm going to be straight or not. You know, it's okay. It's a little crooked. And then I'm just going to flag the ends here. So when I flag ends, I actually snip in the middle. I find it easier to kind of eyeball the middle and then go from corner to corner to meet that up. And then I've got a nice little banner. Let me close this before I stick something right into it. And we will finish off our card just like that. Okay, so isn't that cute? We'll use Stampin' Dimensionals. Where are my Stamping Dimensionals? I think I have some here. So Stamping Dimensionals really give that little extra pop. So if you're looking to get your order up to the $50 mark when you're shopping, sometimes you just need to add a pack or two Dimensionals and you're there. It's so cost effective, the Dimensionals. You get like 300 in a pack. And trust me, you will use them because that little extra lift gives a lot of nice extra dimension to your cards. Okay, so you guys all still with me out there? Let me know if you have any questions, but I just wanted today to kind of continue our series. It's almost like this is almost like a TV series, right? Every week you have a new episode, and the product of the month is the Christmastime is Here suite. And this week's episode really highlights the paper. What do you guys think? Oh, thanks, Kathy. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I know some of us have to get back to work, right? This gets to be my work, so it's pretty fun. Okay, so that is showcasing the beautiful designer series paper. Remember that I didn't even stamp this. This came out of the paper too, just using the coordinating die. So the Christmastime is Here suite is only here for a limited amount of time. It is only here while supplies last or the end of November, whichever comes first. And don't miss out the paper. Don't miss out on the ribbon. Oh, we should put some of these lovely glittery dots. I'm in love with these dots. Let's see. Where should we put the dots? But anyway, you get the idea how everything coordinates. And then we could even put a few dots on it to jazz this up a little bit. Although it's already pretty jazzed up as it is. So I found with these dots, you really have to kind of get your nail underneath. But you could see, you could just add like a little doo-doo, little bling bling, little bling bling. Okay, so a little bling bling, right? Because they are shimmer glimmer dots. I don't know if you can see this, gold glitter enamel dots. So there's actually a shine in them, which is great. Okay, so let me flip the camera around. Don't forget, if you want to browse my online store, go right ahead. You just go to genevieve.stampinup.net, click the Shop Now button, and let me flip around so I can say a proper goodbye, and then we'll touch base again. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for joining me this week for Tuesday at 2. On my Stampin' for Fun Facebook page. So every week there'll be another episode. So we've got a few more weeks in November, so you will get to see other ideas using that Christmastime is Here suite. This was last week's card. This was this week's card. And the question is, what will next week's project be? So make sure to tune in next week, Tuesday at 2. And don't be shy to reach out if you have any questions or need help placing an order. I can happily help you with that. And I'm going to give you just a little reminder that in the USA, they have something called Black Friday. And I think that happens around the end of next week or so. I'm not sure. So just keep an eye open on my newsletters and Facebook and all that sort of thing, because in the past years, Stampin' Up! Has had some kind of special or something like that. So as soon as I know anything, I will let you know, okay? But in the meantime, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for enjoying stamping with me. And if you haven't commented yet, you should, so that you can be entered in my drawing. Okay, have a great week. Bye, everyone.